Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield now 2 minutes to the gentleman from California, Mr. Peters.
The gentleman from California has 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to Mr. Pallone for yielding. You know, President Trump has made clear what climate action he doesn't like. He doesn't like the Paris Agreement, which contemplated that every nation in the world would set a target to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. He doesn't like the Clean Power Plan, which encouraged each state to create its own strategy to lower greenhouse gas emissions. And he doesn't like the CAFE standards that required automakers to lower emissions from cars and trucks. Now, last month, the President's own EPA administrator came to the Energy and Commerce Committee, and he testified and he agreed that climate change is happening and that it's driven largely by human activity. So the question is, what climate action does President Trump support? And that's the point of the Climate Action Now plan, or Act, which simply invites the President to tell us his strategy. Now, there are many options, many bipartisan options, many mentioned by my colleague, Mr. Walden from Oregon. These are increasing research into energy storage technologies, pricing carbon, incentivizing more renewable energy, requiring or incentivizing energy efficiency, easing regulation for developing renewables, developing carbon capture and negative emissions technology, or investing in resiliency and more. And we don't even need the President to draft new ideas. We've got existing bills from the last Congress and from this Congress. We've assembled into a climate playbook, which you can find right on my congressional website. Mr. President, we get that you don't like President Obama's climate action ideas. Now tell us your climate action plans. And I encourage each of my colleagues, Democrats and Republicans, to join me in making that request to President Trump by supporting and passing H.R. 9. Congress has a climate playbook. Mr. President, tell us yours.